justice stands afar off, and why truth and equity and balance and fairness, why that can't be the vibration in the spirit of the land.
Yep.
Because we have a wicked demonic rulership and power, man. The Edomites basically, they oppose everything that's within the righteousness of this Bible, man. The Most High says, if you're homosexual, you should be put to death. Guess what? In America, you can get married, you can be a transgender. You know, it's just, you know, I can go on and on and on and expound, but I'm just giving an example, man. It's just basically total opposition to righteousness, man.
You're right, brother. It's an unjust balance. You so-called white man can hate you, but you can't hate him. That's why the Lord put a lot of stuff in Jake's face, like on a small level. Now, through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, the Lord gave brothers understanding, because this is a gift. But for our people every day who just bullshit. I was reading a little article. LeBron James tweeted about Eve. They was over there dominating the Rio. Bro, Edomites jumped online. Oh, why does it have to be about race? Because he was like, you know, this is good for, you know, black women or black little girls or whatever. The success they so-called having. Esau jumped their ass on the internet, man. Like the brother saying, they did all this shit, talk about race, hate, color. You're black, you're black. So when Jake takes, you know, somewhat pride in themselves, it's a problem. Oh, it should be all this, all that. Even though Black Lives Matter is bullshit, Esau even coming, no, all lives matter. Oh no, it's all love. Bro, wasn't no love on that slave ship. That's why, man, you always got to take it there with that slave ship, because that was raw, man. I think that's the most fucked up. Now Jake is fucked up now, but that when Jake was getting lynched and brought over on slave ships, man, that's raw, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That is a level of rawness that can't be forgiven. Y'all did too much. You damn devils did too much, man. You still doing too much on a so-called subtle level, man. Because you putting shit here and shit there, and then somebody finds out you got certain ingredients in food, oh, you can take it back. You can't take back killing the Lord's people, man. You can't take back torturing the Lord's people, man.
Hey, it's worse now, man, because now the hell, the oppression, everything's more spiritual and mental, man. The main method is through that media, you know, to where our people's minds are first indoctrinated. They don't recognize that they have an enemy in the earth.
That's right.
They don't recognize that they have a true power in the earth.
That's right.
That if you go according to his ways, he can remove you out of the situation that you're in. Like, our people's minds have been basically brainwashed to just take hold of the ways of this society, man.
That's right, man.
Which is all perverseness, wickedness, and backwardness, man. Like, everything in this society has our people's minds geared to kill each other, to basically commit adultery, to steal, sell poison to each other, man. You know, everything, it's all orchestrated through the will of the Heavenly Father, but he set up the Edomites to be that whipping stick to set up all these mechanisms to destroy our people, man. And it's worked to the T. It's even worse than that physical cattle slavery, man. Even with the brothers that are in the truth or in the faith, man, that are trying to be righteous, man, like, we have a lot of weights on our mind, man.
Yep.
It's just an agonizing torture just to deal with this day-to-day process in this kingdom, man. Our minds are fucked up too, man. We gotta fight with demons too, because we happen to dwell in this society, brother.
Right.
Go ahead.
You want me to start off? This is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Verse 15. Ye, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil make himself a prey.
And he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. So we're the bad guys from wanting to depart away from evil. So if you want to really be righteous according to the true standard of righteousness, which is written in the words of this Bible, man, you making yourself a prey, man. That's a damn shame, man. Like, we're out here basically men of the Lord, man, and even within the constraints of society, man, we're some of the best citizens that this place has to offer, man. We pay our taxes, brothers go to work, we take care of our families, man. We do what we have to do in this society, man, to the fucking T. When we go out, brothers, to a restaurant or something, we the biggest tippers. Yep. You know, we're not bigging up ourselves, but we're just model citizens, but it's all through the righteousness that the Most High has through us, man. Because the scriptures say basically you're supposed to just be of a good report. And if possible, Paul said, be peaceable with all men. So the way that we operating out here, man, we're just good people, man. But we make it ourselves a prey because we choose to depart from evil, or rather the Most High put the Spirit on us to try to depart away from evil, man. That's right. That's it on that. Yeah, 2 and 12.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. It said woe, which that word woe is Old English for destruction. It says, woe to him that buildeth the town. Matter of fact, read it again. I don't want to butcher it up. I'm gonna break
Woe
it
to
down.
him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
It says, woe to him that buildeth the town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Y'all brothers watch these dudes over here. They threw eggs and shit last time, but it's all through the will of Heavenly Father.
Especially watch that side over there.
But it says, the scriptures say in Habakkuk 2 and 12, woe to him that buildeth the town by blood and established the city by iniquity, man. So that just going into the first scripture that we went into, man. The Most High requires that blood that you shed, you know? And you have to expect that if you built something based on iniquity and blood, that it's not gonna last too long, man. There's only a set time that the Most High has it set to go down. Just like every other wicked empire in history, whether you want to talk about the ancient Roman Empire, the ancient Greek Empire, the Persians, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Egyptians, so on and so forth, man. Every wicked empire that the Most High set up that was in wickedness, man, he set it up to fall. And it was according to his will, man. Matter of fact, Daniel 7 and around like 25. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 13. Behold, it is not of Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, man. We're wearying ourselves in vanity, man. Like the main thing, you know, having to jump out of bed every morning. That's what the acronym job is. Jump out of bed. That's essentially what you're doing, man. And the scriptures, I think it's in Ecclesiastes. They talk about that's vanity to have to rise early like that. And then on top of that, just going into the whole work system, man, you're supposed to get paid before sunset. You're not supposed to be waiting a week, no bi-weekly, monthly to get paid, man. According to the laws of the Bible, man, you're supposed to pay a man for his labor before the sun sets, man.
Daily bread.
So that just further expounds on how wicked and demonic and hateful this devil is to us, man. And not just to us, he has his own people bound by these wicked constraints, man. You know? But it's ultimately the will of the Heavenly Father. Like brothers always say, man, this is nothing but a big-ass prison camp, man.
That's right.
That we're dwelling in. We're serving a prison sentence right now because we went off. We deserve it. Like this hell and all this suffering that we're going through right now, man, it's just. The Most High is a just power, so we deserve it. I'm complaining because I'm in the flesh, and also because I'm a logical man and I'm realistic. And the scriptures talk about the souls of the just shall complain continually.
That's what I was about to say, yo.
So we ain't gonna get the Most High no rest because we already know what he has promised for us, and through that faith and hope, we want it to come so bad, man. But at the same time, we acknowledge that we went off, man. But right now, man, we at the time that our affliction is about to come to an end, and that wicked oppressor, he's about to get his judgment, man. That's right. That's you got another quick one.
Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 13. Woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages.
Wow. And that's clear to the point. I don't even really need to break that down, but that's basically what he did to our people, man. He basically used our people's wages, or used our people's labor without wages, man. Because I gotta set the record straight on this, man. Slavery is in the Bible.
That's right.
Slavery, if done according to the manner of the law, is a righteous thing according to the Bible. It tells you that in Exodus the 21st chapter. If you brothers just want to get edified and read on your own. But it's a certain way, let me just bring this point out. It's a certain way that you're supposed to treat your slaves. Because basically when we had our brethren basically in slavery to us, they were known as like indentured servants. Like they were basically working to pay off a debt. Like if a man owed you money, you just give him the opportunity to work it off. And then once he's worked off his debt, you release him and his family, you know? And also it says basically after he's worked the 6th year, on the 7th year, you're supposed to let him go, even if he ain't fully restored his debt. On the 7th year, you're supposed to release him here and his family, man. You know? And if he needed a little help along the way to be established, you help him out. See, that's the righteous aspect of slavery. But Esau, he packed us in. What a damn, look at this shit, man. Because we got to go into this sometimes, because our people forget about this, man. And that's why we just read in Ecclesiastes 3:15, man, the Most High requires which is passed. Our people, they get ashamed when we put this up, man. Our people will get ashamed of this, but this is your history, man. They packed us into these damn cargo ships like sardines, man. I don't know if you brothers seen that movie, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Ooh. Man, they were basically plugging our butts up so we couldn't basically defecate on each other. They were basically force feed us. They were breaking the teeth, you know, out of our mouths to force feed us, you know. And then that's just on the trip over here. And of course, you know, many of us was dying. They'll just pick us up, throw us off. That's why still to this day, man, that route that the ships came in, sharks still follow that route to this day.
That's crazy.
You know, because you know sharks smell blood. But even, that's before we even got here. And then once we got over here, oh man, just more and more. You know, had us picking cotton, raping us in front of our women, quartering us, you know, just putting all types of hell on us, man. For free, man. Like this glorious, splendid empire that you know of as America, man, it was built up mainly by these 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but all the whole nation, man. We built this place up for free, man. So, you damn right, we entitled to everything we get in this place, man. Was you gonna say something?
Yeah, but shit, that was a beautiful point. Yeah, that was a little thing you could watch on I think YouTube, and they had a little clip where that these tribes were forced $100 trillion in labor, $100 trillion worth of labor to build this bitch up, man. Wow. To build Babylon up.
Yeah.
So that's why brothers are so fervent through the spirit, man. And that's why we stand 2/3 ass too, man. Yep. Like, bro, fuck this place, man. Do what you gotta do, man. Not do what you wanna do, but do what you gotta do.
Right.
It's that simple. But like you said, Jay gets so embarrassed. Well, I got, man, that degree ain't gonna take away them spiritual wealths and them wealths that your ancestors got back in the day, which is our people. And lynchings and the torturing like the brother's going into. You getting tarred and feathered in front of your old lady and your kids. It's there. This college degree and building a business up and political, economic power.
What you holding?
I got Daniel 7:25.
Hold that, but grab, go ahead and finish yours, bro. Grab. I'm gonna start skating.
Jeremiah 22:13. Woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work.
That's right, and giveth him not for his work, man. So the Most High, man, he's requiring harsh judgment for these things, man, at the hands of you crackers, man. Just so I can put it plainly, which we know biblically are the nation of Edom, or Esau, you know. The Most High is requiring the biggest judgment on the planet Earth for all those atrocities that were put on our people, man.
Right.
Is it more than that, brother? You can go ahead.
This is
Because what I was gonna say before you get it, because ultimately, man, we know that we in this hell, and like I was saying, we're in this big prison camp, serving out our sentence for basically being disobedient against the will of the Heavenly Father, man. But the ultimate, because the Edomites are not ruling according to their own will. That's the point I wanted to get. And I'm about to read why. Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Verse 26, but the judgment shall sit.
That's all I just wanted 25. Read it again, Bob. I'm gonna try to just break it down.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Was it 18? 24. Yeah, you got it, brother. You go back to 25.
25, okay. Verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
That's right. So right now, man, in the book of Daniel, basically it's talking about that fourth beast, which that's the Roman Empire, which we know America is just an extension of the Roman Empire. Because we can go through the parallels of how America can be considered a parallel to ancient Rome. That's where they got the Senate from. What else, man? Just basically some of the ways like that they
Gladiators.
operate. Fiat currency, the gladiators, the Olympic events, which they ultimately goes back to Greece. Basically the value of the currency, you know, basically America is just an extension of the Roman Empire. So that's what it's talking about. Go ahead. And it says they speak against the words of the Heavenly Father, basically. Go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
And think to change times and laws. That's the point I wanted to get into, man. So Esau, matter of fact, can you get Isaiah 10? Yeah, and it says, and think to change times and laws. So we don't really even know what year it is, man. It could be 2002. It could be 2020, man. We really don't know. I mean, the Spirit of the Lord is on certain men to where we kind of can figure it out the best of our ability based on what the scriptures say that we should judge time according to, but we really don't know. Because this damn devil, he's even fucked up times, man, and seasons. And it says he changes laws, man.
Yeah.
Basically meaning the laws of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
And that's why everything is off kilter. That's why everything is unjust. That's why everything is pollution and wickedness, man. Because he's completely revamped or changed the laws of the Heavenly Father.
But if you once again, if you go to the sign and when you usually look in history, these people done things right. And the so-called white man Esau knew that. So he destroyed our people and took what we knew. Everybody